everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live on this Thursday afternoon, this August 28th, 2025. I want to welcome you to the Thursday edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. We're here from 1 p.m. till about 4 p.m. We will continue with the 1956 Relic countdown here, as I started that last Thursday and got a great response from that. So, it's been so many years since even people have revisited this survey. It was I think it was the brainchild of George Lavatelli and Bruce Grossberg, who gets a lot of credit for compiling the statistics to calculate the votes, because it's not an easy thing, and it also was not easy at the time to find the dates of a lot of these records. There was no internet. You couldn't check record charts or whatnot. So at that time, the best thing that they had was the Kreider book, and there are lots of mistakes in the Kreider book again. And unless anybody really had the records and whatnot, and a lot of the collectors, they only bought things that they really liked and whatnot. So, but I have a lot of the records. I have I wasn't sure I could really do it, but of the 552, I have them all on original except 2%. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But I decided to do it. It's not, probably anybody can just go and play the records, but I don't want to just play the records, because that's what they did on FUV, because there were time constraints. It wasn't like they were going to do the whole, even top 100. They couldn't even do that. Maybe the top 50, I think. But I give more information. So this is not your regular collector type show. This is a different show, and it's with a visual, so that makes it much different. So you get to see a lot of the records on original. I think that's a great thing, especially for young collectors that are wanting to get into the collecting hobby, because it's a lot cheaper nowadays to find some of these records. Everybody's looking for the same records, though, as far as the experienced collectors or the old-time collectors. We're all looking for the same thing. But some of you may remember that song that I featured. And again, I'm going to be featuring instrumentals from the year 1956, as this survey is just, was voted for the vocal groups. Would have been cool to vote for an instrumental, too. But that theme was a theme song. That song was the theme song of the Group Harmony Revue on FUV for many years. The song originally dates back to 1937 by Ray Heatherton, with Rudy Newman and his orchestra. Now, this cover, released in July of 1956, as done by this great saxophonist from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Earl Bostic. Such a great saxophonist. Earl Bostic and his orchestra on Sid Nathan's King record label. We opened up July 56. Where or When is the name of the song. That's on Sid Nathan's King Records. He had 104 releases on the King label, and I just have a half a box full of them in my collection. But anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off on the survey, and we're going to start off with entry number 521, and the songs from this point, I think, for I don't know how many more going forward, but received 3 points, which was so that would be 2019 18th slot, I think. And interesting that the songs that I've been featuring most for at least this week and next week, and I think even the following week, they really only had one mention, maybe two mentions, but very few. And some of the records for today, are from probably really knowledgeable collectors, and you'll know the songs when they come up. You'll see them. But anyway, let's pick it up here with number 519. This group was from Brooklyn, New York, and they were all attending Lincoln High School at the time. Now, the group included Hank Medris, Neil Sedaka, Eddie Rabkin, and Cynthia Zolatan. And collectively, they were known as the Tokens. And this record came out on Morty Craft's Melba label. The song written by a young Neil Sedaka and his writing partner Howie Greenfield. And this side that comes in at number 519 features Neil Sedaka on lead. So released in May of 1956, number 519 on the survey. Here are the Tokens on the Melba label. The song is called While I Dream, number 519. Here you go.
While I dream, while I dream, dreams of you. While I dream, dreams of you. It doesn't cost a penny, anyone can dream. So I hug my pillow, silly as it seems, through the night. While I dream, dreams of you. Breathless, I enfold you, hold you to my heart. I know when I awake, dear, tears are about to start. Through the night, while I dream, dreams of you. Though you're not mine tonight, and you'll never be. Still, I'm afraid to face reality. For the dreams I weave are make-believe, and it's clear to see that it's true. Yeah, I count my sheep well, sleep well all the time. Daylight makes us strangers, and moonlight makes you mine. Through the night, while I dream, dreams of you. While I dream,
There you go, coming in at number 519 on the survey. Those are the Tokens. The Tokens there from released in May of 1956. Neil Sedaka on lead there. While I Dream is the name of that tune. It's on Morty Craft's Melba Records. I think the flip side of this will return later on in the survey. I've been taking time going through a lot of the information. I had to transfer it from a hard copy paper into Excel, so I'm able to do some filters and whatnot on the information. I'm trying to compile it that way and see what I can add to it. But that's what this show intends to do. So this is not your traditional collector show as we continue here on the special Relic 1956 countdown. And this next group was one of the most successful vocal groups to come out of New Orleans, Louisiana. They were known as the Spiders. They signed with Lou Chudd's Imperial label in late 1953. Now, this was their 10th release for Imperial, although this was not a Normal's Spiders recording session when they recorded this tune. It's really just Chuck Carbo singing lead and two parts harmony himself. So he overdubbed his voice here. And the other voice present belonged to tenor Joe Gaines. Now, Joe Gaines, he was a member of the Hawks that also recorded for the Imperial record label. They released this 45 as Chuck Carbo and the Spiders, coming in at number 519 on the survey from February 56 at number 518. Chuck Carbo and the Spiders, and the tune is called Don't Pity Me, number 518. Here you go.
I've nothing more to hide. I need
side. I need your thrill to make my heart stand still. I'm tired of being alone. I want you for my own. Don't pity me, your love can set me free.
There you go. That one there from February 1956, coming in at number 518 on the survey. That's the sound of Chuck Carbo and the Spiders on the Imperial record label, called Don't Pity Me is the name of the tune. I may have played that on a 78 on one of the Thursday 78 shows, because I have that on a 78, I do. But let us continue here with the countdown. Entry number 517 is by a group out of Los Angeles, California. Now, the group formed back in 1952 in Southeast L.A. at Jordan High School. Now, the members of the group were Leon Hughes, Matthew Nelson, and Willie Ray Rockwell, and they lost a talent contest at Johnny Otis's Barrel House, I guess, bar and restaurant, I guess, to a singer from Indianapolis, Indiana by the name of Thurston Harris. Okay, and they convinced Thurston to join the group, and he did. They would add one more member by the name of Al Frazier, and as a quintet, they would lose Leon Hughes, and they would sign with Sid Nathan's a Federal record label as a quartet, and the group had lots of personnel issues, changes in the group and whatnot, with members getting in trouble. So they recruited two other members to join on occasion. They were Carl White and Sonny Harris. So a lot of the young kids would get into problems or whatever with doing not such nice things. So they would have to fill in with those missing members when they would go in and record. But and as a result, they would record as the Tenderfoots. That was another name of this group. But here is their 11th of 12 releases for the Federal label, coming in at number 517. Here are the Lamplighters. The Lamplighters at 517. It features Carl White on lead from February 56. It's called You Were Sent Down from Heaven. The Lamplighters on the Federal label. Here you go.
You were sent down from heaven. There are stars still in your eyes. What I hope and pray to heaven, you'll be mine by and by. You were sent down from heaven. to me. Alone at night, alone all day. I'm so blue. Now that you're mine, don't go away. I need someone like you. You were sent down from heaven. Anyone can plainly see. But I hope and pray, yes, heaven, you were sent down to me. You are sent from heaven. Anyone can plainly see. But I hope and pray, yes, heaven, you were sent down to me. You were sent down to me.
There you go. Now, really, whoever, it'd be interesting to know who voted for that song, because that is a great tune. I think I would. That's probably one of the ones I would consider putting in my top, because whoever picked that song was a true collector of this music, because that's a great record, I have to say. I haven't featured it here on the program in a long time. And sometimes, when you have so many records, you kind of, and even those of you that collect it on CDs or MP3s, whatever, there's so many great records out there to listen to, and I'm glad that I have that to feature this here on this countdown. And that was a great song, I have to say. But I like, as Karen Efron mentioned, too, she likes Carl White. I think he had a great voice. But there you go, coming in at number 517. The Lamplighters there. Lamplighters on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. February 56th release, number 517. You Were Sent Down from Heaven. What a great tune that is. Let us continue here on the Relic Countdown, and I don't know if I would have picked this one in my top 20, but anyway, we heard from this group out of Chicago earlier with entry number 536, talking about the Magnificence on the VJ label, a great ballad they do called Why Did She Go? On Vivian Carter's VJ Records. They return here at number 516 on the survey. This was the group's second release for VJ Records. It was actually the follow-up to their biggest hit, Up on the Mountain. With this release, though, they decided to add a female to the group, which I don't know if that was such a good thing, but who am I to decide? Because their manager, the Magnificent Montague, decided the group needed some class. So they added Barbara Arrington to the group. And at this time, the other members were Thurman Ramsey would leave the group at this time, and he was on lead on that song, Why Did She Go? And was replaced by Sam Cooke's brother, Elsie Cooke, so he came into the group at this time. Coming in at number 516, these are the Magnificents with the female lead, July 56 on VJ Records. The song is called Caddy Bow, the Magnificents at 516. Here you go.
Well, that's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. Oh, love it so much that if you put me down, I'd jump in the river and I wouldn't drown.
How much she loves her caddy bow. Bum, bum, babbin' bow. Bum, bum, bathing bow. Bum, bum, bum.
There's a boy named Caddy Bow. Teeth are out and his legs are bow. Pigeon toe, but still I love him so.
He's a poor little grizzly bear. Looks so much like a polar bear.
Brr, he's cold.
Bum,
Caddy came from my hometown. He's the type that runs around. Have all the little girls running wild. Cause he really loves his style. But when it comes to loving me, Caddy's as true as he can be. With all his faults and running round, I love him so.
Doing the rock and roll.
Caddy can do the Montague, pop the way the other boys do. When he does the Applejack,
You can hear his backbone crack.
Caddy has a southern drawl. I go crazy when he calls. Hear him holler from the hall.
Love you all.
I love him so.
The funniest thing I ever saw was Caddy on the dance floor.
Doing the rock and roll. Cannonball, didn't know. Cannonball, she loves him so. Oh, cannonball, her Madeline ball. Oh, cannonball, baby, those Madeline balls got to go.
Run, Caddy,
There you go. Those are the Magnificents there from July 56, coming in at number 516 on the survey. Female lead on that one there. Her name is Barbara Arrington. I think I wrote that right. I hope I was doing this at like 3 o'clock in the morning, this research. But there you go, Caddy Bow on the VJ record label. I don't know if I would put that as one of my top 20 favorites, but anyway, but maybe this next tune that comes in at number 515, because this would be a true collector of the early sounds that would know this song here. This group, we go back out to Los Angeles, California, entry number 515. Now, the lead singer on this song first recorded with a group called The Twigs back in April of 1954 for the Hollywood record label. And then in early 1956 signed with Emmanuel Middleton's Middletone record label. And this is his first of two for Middletone Records. It's with the Ernie Freeman Combo. They're providing the instrumentation on this, which included, and actually this Ernie Freeman Combo included Irving Ashby on guitar, Joe Comfort on bass, R.D. Martinez on drums, Plas Johnson on sax, and bandleader Ernie Freeman on the piano. Now here is Sonny Woods and the Four Winds coming in at number 515. This was released in February of 56. It's called Do You Love Me, number 515.
Worried both night and day. It's only you, my pet, can drive my blues away. Do you love me?
There you go. That one there's got to be selected by a pure collector to put that one on his list. February 1956 there, coming in at number 515 on the survey. Sonny Woods and the Four Winds. That's not an easy record to find, too, folks. Both the records on this Middle Tone record label are difficult. Do You Love Me is the name of the tune. If you are new to the Vinyl Treasure Show, those of you just finding out about this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about this program. This is the second show of the week. I'll be back on Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 to midnight. Well, actually, it's truly going to be 9 till 12:30. I should change that, as we are limiting the requests to now one request per listener, as I cannot do a 5-hour show anymore. John G's going to get beaten up with that. Can't do that. It's too much for me. Not doing 3 shows like this the way that I do. If I was just coming upstairs and slapping on records to play, that's a different story. Then I could, I can spin all night long. But not with what I do to prepare for this show. As many of you out there know that have done shows in the past or have done specials, that it takes a lot of time and effort to do that. And I have a lot of responsibilities on my shoulders that I have to attend to. So I try to keep it as keep my standards up. I don't want the show to deteriorate to do that, so I just don't want that to happen. But anyway, I hold myself to pretty high standards is what I try to do. But again, I'll be back Saturday night. We had a great show yesterday. We didn't get shut down finally, and I played some hits last night on the Soul Show. And that was a very successful show. We picked up lots of subscribers, so please, that keeps away the copyright police. I really don't get bothered a lot with, especially these obscure records. They won't, the AI is not so familiar, and I think they give a little bit of leeway with the 1950s stuff, but not the 60s. Forget about the 70s and the 80s. That is out of the question. But anyway, let us continue here on the program. And we go to entry number 515 now. Now, in late 1949, Billy Williams, he would lead the Charioteers. He would leave the Charioteers. See, I wrote lead. He would leave the Charioteers to form a new vocal quartet, okay? And they included John Bell, tenor, Claude Riddick, baritone, Eugene Dixon, bass, and Billy Williams was the lead. He called them the Billy Williams Quartet. And they signed with MGM Records back in 1950. And after 12 releases on MGM through 1952, they would join Mercury Records for another 12 releases. They did another 12 before they signed with Coral Records. Now, their 7th release on Coral comes in at number 515. This tune written by Bix Richner, Bernie Lowe, and Cal Rotherman. And this is with Dick Jacobs and the orchestra. It features Billy Williams on lead. And I wonder, didn't Alan Freed play the Billy Williams Quartet on his programs, those of you that lived the music back in the day? But let's go to February 1956. Billy Williams Quartet comes in at number 515 on the Coral label. It's called A Crazy Little Palace, parentheses, That's My Home, number 515. Here you go.
That's my home. That's my home. Come in, baby, and make yourself at home. Meet my sister, she's always on the phone. A crazy little palace. That's my home. A TV fight, a crazy little palace. That's my home. Mama climbs the stairs, her day's work is done. Everybody's leaving one by one. The lights are low,
can call our own, a crazy little palace. That's my home. Sweet kisses, we can plan a home. One night, this one that we can call our own, a crazy little palace. That's my
There you go. My error there. My mother called me on the phone. She said, Johnny, you said 5:15 already, but she is absolutely correct. See, so what I do is, on the Excel sheets, you see these sheets here? You see my notes? These are my notes on all the records. So what I do is I get a blank Excel sheet, actually it's from a previous week, and I have to copy. These aren't formatted on here. I got to be careful with the formatting. Sometimes when Charlene sends me her files, they're like, the files are gigantic. I say, Charlene, there's too much in formatting here, and it's not going to come up. So I have to copy. I copy the data from above to below, and then I go and I change the information. I'll just type it on the fly. So I forgot to change the number there, so I'm being very careful with that. But my mother corrected me on that. She called me on the cell phone to tell me that. Again, if you see me screw up, okay, remember, I'm doing this at 4 a.m. in the morning. You got to let me know in the chat room there. Listen, you can correct Johnny G anytime. I'm not one to complain about it. But, I do a lot of things right, but sometimes I get some things wrong in the rush of things. But again, I try to be as accurate as I can. But there you go, number 514, not 515, 514, Billy Williams Quartet there with Billy Williams on lead, February 1956. Kind of a popish style there, as he was. A Crazy Little Palace, parentheses, That's My Home. That's on the Coral label. I have that on a 78 too, stock, and that's the powder blue promo on the Coral label. Let us continue now. We go to Washington, D.C. now for this great group. They make their first appearance here on the 1956 survey on the Atlantic label. Now, they put out, I think in 1956, they had 4 singles that came out in 1956. This was their fourth. Okay, recorded at Capitol Studios in New York City on November 11th, 1955. The song written by Paul Winley, and this was their 18th overall release for the Atlantic record label, and it features the great John Buddy Bailey on lead from November 1956. Okay, wow, it took them almost a year to release this song. Number 513, The Clovers on Atlantic. It's an up-tempo side. It's called Baby, Baby, Oh My Darling. The Clovers at number 513. Here you go.
Baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. Baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. I'm crazy about you, yes, crazy about you, there's nothing I can do. Oh, baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. Baby, 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 oh my darling, you are my one desire. Baby, 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 oh my darling, you are my one desire. And when you kiss me, yes, when you kiss me, you set my soul on fire. Oh, baby, 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 oh my darling, you are my one desire. You got me jumping up and down, rocking like a kid. Hey, don't you know I'm walking from a lid? Tell me, little girl, what you gonna do? I just wanna be loved by you. Baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. Baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. I'm crazy about you, yes, crazy about you, there's nothing I can do. Oh, baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. Wop, 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 wop. kid. Hey, don't you know I'm puppy little girl. What you gonna do? I just wanna be thrilled by you, baby, baby, baby. Oh my darling, I'm so in love with you, baby, baby, baby. Oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. I'm crazy about you, yes, crazy about you. There's nothing I can do. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Oh my darling, I'm so in love with you, baby, baby, baby. Oh my darling, I'm so in love with you. Baby, 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 oh my darling, I'm so in love with you.
That's a cool tune, I gotta say. I like that up-tempo side there by the Clovers, coming in at number 513 on the survey. The Clovers with Baby, Baby, Oh My Darling. That one there on the Atlantic label. That's their 18th release, but they... I'm trying to think. I think I did. There are other songs by the Clovers, I think. Maybe in this part 2 of the program you'll hear it. We'll see how far we get. But anyway, let's continue here. Coming in at number 512 now on the survey is this quartet out of Philadelphia, PA. And they were one of the first of the rock and roll era groups with a all-male background backing up a female, okay? All males backing up female in the rock and roll era. Of course, it was done prior. They would always have it, but in this rock and roll era, we'll call it. But the lead singer on this, her name is Yvonne Mills, and the male members of the group were Tommy Wicks, he was the bass, Alfonso Howell, tenor Tommy Wicks, bass Alfonso Howell, and baritone Tommy Cook. Collectively, they were known as the Sensations. Now, in 1955, they would sign with Atlantic Records, who released their singles on the Atco subsidiary. And this is their second release, which comes in at number 512 from March of 56. This is Yvonne Mills on lead with the Sensations. And number 512 is a tune called Ain't He Sweet? The Sensations. Here you go.
Ain't he sweet? See him walking down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't he sweet?
surprising to make the survey. It's a great record, I have to say. I can't remember the last time I played that record, though. But anyway, there you go. Yvonne Mills and the Sensations coming in at number 512 on the survey, March 56 release. On the Atco label, it's the Maroon Atco record label, Ain't He Sweet. That is their second release for the Atco label. I think, trying to think, there are others, I think, here on the survey also. And let's go back out to the West Coast now. Entry number 511. I think I remember Seymour Simon sold me this 45 many, many years ago, coming in at number 511. The group hails from Oakland's Campbell Village, and they would have only one release for Ray Dobard's Music City record label out of Berkeley, California. Now, the group included Robert Woods, baritone and guitar, Aldolph Jacobs, guitar, Donald Alexander, tenor, Marvin Toots Hawkins, tenor, and lead singer on this, his name was George Ashford. And they wrote a tune about a beautiful girl in the neighborhood who they admired. As many of people, there is something you're going to write about that you really like. At least they did that when they were writing good songs back then. So they had a gal that they liked. Her name was Maureen, coming in at number 511. March 56, the Five Campbells. They're the name of the group on Music City Records. Number 511 is called Maureen. Here you go.
My darling, I love you so. I'll never, ever, ever let you go. You are the only one who can satisfy my soul. My darling Maureen, at night I lay with my head on my pillow. You stay on my mind. I think about all the things I'd like to say to you. Realize I can love you all the time. Oh, Maureen, Maureen, always remember, dear, forever and ever, I want you near. You are my queen, my darling.
There you go, coming in at number 511 on the survey, the Five Campbells. The Five Campbells on Ray Dobard's Music City record label, released in March of 1956. That's with George Ashford on lead. Song entitled Maureen. Well, what do you know? A twin spin on the Music City record label as we move to entry number 510 on the survey. And this song received two mentions on this tune, one of the few in the beginning of the survey, as they got 3 points on this. And this group was very popular in the Bay Area. They signed with Ray Dobard's Music City record label. Now, the group included Bobby Davis, Carl Lovejoy, James Moore, Bobby Vance, and the lead singer on this. His name is Ben Richards. They had 6 releases on the Music City label. This is the B-side to their second release, written by the lead singer, Ben Richards. Now, Kreider had, well, it's not so bad on this one here because Kreider had the wrong date on this. The record was officially released in November of 1955. Okay, but he had it on the book as 1956. Again, it could be close enough for government work, let's put it. But let's go to number 510 and give a listen to the Gaylarks. The Gaylarks on the Music City label. I think I just recently played this not too long ago on my Saturday night show. But these are the Gaylarks with Little Dream Girl coming in at number 510 on the survey. Here you go.
If my dreams would come true, I'd have you, dream girl, girl of my dreams come true. I'll tell you, girl, till the everybody, tell them why, girl, you're my I'll tell you, girl, tell the world how you're part of me. Ask everybody, tell them why, girl, you're my desire. If my dreams would come true, I'd have you, dream girl, girl of my dreams come true, dream
There you go, coming in at number 510 on the survey. Those are the Gaylarks. The Gaylarks on Ray Dobard's Music City record label, Little Dream Girl. You know, this some of the lyrics on there reminds me of I played a Sugar Pie DeSanto record not too long ago on the Saturday night show. Some of the lyrics sound the same as that. I wonder, but this is much slower pace. It was on Federal Records. I don't know. We were talking to somebody about that. I think I was talking to Bill Olb about the Sugar Pie DeSanto record. But anyway, so that one had to be voted from somebody in California, and Tony Barcia mentioned it in the chat room. The Gaylarks had a big following out in California. That one there. Little Dream Girl. I think they return with the flip side later on. Maybe today we'll get to it. But there you go, the Gaylarks coming in at number 510. The next 9 songs I'll be featuring received 4 points. Okay, and all on one ballot. All I think except one. There were 2 mentions on. I'll let you know what that one is. But coming up now is number 509 are the Robins, okay, and for most of their career, they were associated with the independent producing team of Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. And in early 1956, Lieber and Stoller were working on partnering with Atlantic Records. Okay, but the Robins manager at the time, his name was Chuck Landis, was pushing the group to break away from them. They said, you know what, you don't need them. You can come with me, we'll go get something else, and we'll do better. So he thought. But as a result, two of the members, I think it was Carl Gardner and Bobby Nunn, remained with Lieber and Stoller, okay, and they became members of a newly formed group called the Coasters, and they stayed with Atlantic. And of course, you know the history of the Coasters with their releases on the Atco label. While Grady Chapman, Ty Terrell, and Roy and William Richard would break away from Lieber and Stoller, and they would add a new member to the group by the name of H.B. Barnum to continue as the Robins. And their manager, Chuck Landis, had a business associate that managed a nightclub, and he also was the owner of a label too. It was called GNP Crescendo, and he was in the process of launching a new label, and it was called Whippet Records. So the Robins signed with his label. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. I'm trying to. Yeah, I didn't put his name. I didn't put his name here. I forget his name. Signed with the label, and they were the first act to record for the label. They had 7 releases. Norman, his name was Norman. Did I say that? I think that was. I don't know if I said it. But they had 7 releases on the label. This was their first, coming in at number 509. It features Grady Chapman on lead. Boy, Johnny G made mistakes at 3 o'clock in the morning. Grady Chapman on lead. This was released in March of 1956. Let's give a listen to the Robins on the Whippet label. Gene Norman, that was his name. See? Johnny G does remember some things. The Robins with Grady Chapman on lead on Whippet Records number 509. The song is called Cherry Lips. The Robins. Here you go.
Oh, cherry lips. Cherry lips, tell me, do. How do I rate with you? Cherry lips, sweet as sugar cane. Kiss me till I feel no pain. Cherry lips, whisper in my ear. Cherry lips, whisper loud and clear. Pure as rain, red as wine, sweet as grapes hanging off the vine. Cherry lips, say that you'll be mine.
you go with the great sound of the Robins there. The Robins on the Whip It label. That's their first of 7, coming in at number 509 on the survey, released in March of 1956. Grady Chapman on lead. I think he was the best lead of the Robins there. Cherry Lips is the name of the tune. Let us continue now. Entry number 508 by this great group out of Philadelphia. They were initially known as the Revels Quartet. First recording back in 1954 for Thomas Robinson's Atlas record label. Now, I don't have that. I don't have that on an original. I'll take it on a 78 if I can get it, if you can find it. But in 1955, they would sign with Bernie Lowe's teen label. They would drop the quartet and just be known as the Revels. Now, the group included, at the time, Henry Colclough, John Grant, Sam Hart, William Jackson, and John Henry Jones Jr. And Bernie would change the name of the label. Teen Records would morph into Sound Records. So they have the same numbering sequence. I don't know, maybe there was a teen label somewhere and he changed it, or maybe he figured teen was maybe too associated with teenagers. Let's make it something more general like Sound Records. I don't know. But anyway, this was their second release on the Sound label. They had 2. And it comes in at number 508 on the survey. The tune written by group members William Jackson and Sam Hart. And Sam Hart is the lead on this. Came out in February of 56. The Revels at number 508 on the Sound record label. We'll send this one out to my sister Tony, who is listening in New Jersey. These are the Revels. It's called Cha Cha Tony, number 508. Here you go.
Well, the other night, as I was walking past the dance hall, people were talking. I decided to go on in, and that's when I heard the band begin. Cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha. I walked into the dance just by chance. I saw a girl who could really dance. I said, I'm not familiar with these steps. Could you show me just what to do? And I'll be very grateful to you. Cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha, cha cha cha. Show me how to cha cha, Tony. Show me how to cha cha, Tony. Show me how to cha cha, Tony, and I'll be very grateful to you. As the music played, we started to dance. I didn't know a dance to lead to romance. She was very light on her feet, and now with the best, I am ready to compete. Cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, 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 cha cha Tony, cha cha cha, cha cha Tony.
There you go. That one there, entry number 508 on the survey, released in February of 1956. The sound of the Revels. That's Sam Hart on lead. The Revels, that's their second of 2 for a Bernie Lowe's Sound record label, song entitled Cha Cha Tony. So, Tony, they want to see you Cha-Cha here when she's here at the house. I told her to come up here to say hello to the listeners. She don't want to come up. She's on a couple of the videos there. You'll see her. I think she brought me up one time a piece of somebody's birthday cake or whatnot. Actually, next Wednesday, I think, is Johnny G's birthday. I was debating to do the show or not, but I'm going to do the show because we don't do a big birthday thing anymore. We decided not to celebrate my siblings. I have 4 other siblings. We decided not to celebrate the birthdays, but my mother always makes me my favorite cake. It's devil's food cake with 7-minute frosting. You know, they had those old Betty Crocker books, you know, the ones with the red and white covers. I have posted the cake on my Facebook page before, and I think I got like 490 likes or whatever. And these are people that don't know anything about me, but they saw the cake and what I spoke about. But she used to make it from scratch. She did. And she still has her touch of baking. She does, and she's watching and she's monitoring Johnny G. So anyway, and she enjoys the program immensely. But let's continue here on the Relic Countdown. Again, if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we continue with entry number 507 here. This group from Brooklyn, New York, first recorded for Jerry Blaine's Jubilee Records back in 1954 as the Toppers. Now, they would sign with Sid Nathan's King record label in 1955, but Nathan didn't like that name, the Toppers, so he said, we got to change your name. He changed it to the Hurricanes. Now, I don't know why you would want to be called the Hurricanes, but you know what? So what? But the group included Vernon Britton, James Brown, Eugene Williams, Frederick Williams, and Henry Austin. Now, they had King released 7 singles. Their 4th one comes in at number 507. And this tune, first done by the Cleftones on the G label in March of 1956. This was released a month later in April of 1956. It features Henry Austin on lead. Did I say Austin? Yeah, Henry Austin on lead from February of 56. Let's give a listen to the Hurricanes on King Records. It's called Little Girl of Mine, the Hurricanes, at number 507.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, little girl of mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Gee, you sure look fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you appeal to me. I'll never set you free.
Yeah, yeah.
Be my loving baby till the end of time. Oh, sugar. Oh, sweetheart. My baby. Oh, sugar.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, coming in at number 507 on the survey are the Hurricanes. That's their fourth release on Sid Nathan's King record label from April of 1956. A cover of the Cleftones tune, Little Girl of Mine. I got to thank a listener here in the chat room, Jason J. Well, I have no experience as far as being a disc jockey at all. I guess what happened was I was an accounting controller of a number of firms when I worked, because I'm basically, my background is in accounting. I'm retired. I retired about 2 years ago. I had to retire, and I thought I was going to get my record collection in order and whatnot, but then the COVID came, and my parents, who still live with me, they became deathly ill, but they have survived. My father has, he's a little bit of a chore to take care of, but I decided to try to get my record collection in order. I still have thousands of duplicates to sell. I just don't have the time to do it. But this is kind of like a labor of love, and really, you get to forget about the visual, because that's another thing. But you kind of warm up after experience when they throw you in. When you're a controller, or you have a management job, you have to be able to speak to a lot of people, and they want to make sure you. And I took speech classes, and when I went to Pace University, that was it. But they kind of throw you in, and then you just learn how to, I don't know, you kind of like have a thought process to do it. So that's what I do. I'm a little bit more forgetful now in my old age at 66, but anyway, but I like to do this, and I get a lot of enjoyment from it, and hopefully you do too, the listeners. And it was funny, when I went on when I met Barbara in 2010, I had to put down what was the most I don't know what to say, my voice, because a lot of women like my baritone voice. And they said, and then when I worked at Sony Music, I was consulting with them for about 6 years when digital downloading started back in 2003 or 2004 with Apple iTunes and all that. I helped them set that up, and I taught a lot of the young accountants there. They knew nothing. I wish somebody showed me how to do that stuff, but they went on to bigger and better things. So I was glad that the people that I taught had a good base to learn what they did, because I did have a good teacher when I was first coming up on accounting, knew how to do the cash flows and the balance sheets and the income statements and all that, and speak about it, changes in percentages and everything else. You have to do that in front of executives. So I have that experience. It kind of, I guess, carries over to this. So I kind of like got better. If you listen to some of my older shows going way back to like 2005, I sound horrible, stiff and whatnot. But this is like different how I do the show. And I write a script. It helps me. I have some knowledge about the music and whatnot. So this RELIC Survey is a good thing to use. So I get to give you information. I want the show to be both entertaining, enjoyable, and a learning process for people who don't know a lot about this music from the 1950s. And look, I'm a product of the disco era. I graduated high school in 1976, so there was disco music was big at the time. Not that I like disco and can dance disco, I wasn't that, but I was exposed to this music. And some of you who are listening either live the music. We have some of the older collectors and listeners tuned into the program, and other people had older brothers and sisters that got them into the music because they had the records, and the other people are just new. The people that when I was in high school, I was like, I was telling him about all these 50s records, but they were more of the common hits. And I didn't know any of these records. I used to hear them on the Time Capsule show. When Tom and Joe would play the records, I would jot them down. I'm like, and I never heard them again until I listened to the other disc jockeys on FUV. George Tompkins, early in my collecting career, used to do a show at Westchester Community College. I was one of his, he told me, like 15 listeners used to write into him every week. So he knew a lot of these records. I did not. I mean, talk about the people back in the day that would listen back in 63. They didn't even know a lot of the records. And eventually it kind of gotten expanded. So, and now there's so many outlets that you can go and you can read about it. You got to be careful on the information out there. There's people that don't own the records. I see it in the books. I said, this is wrong. They're grouping the groups together. But if you don't own the records, you really don't know. You can sometimes pick it out, and I try to, but I don't want to dwell on it. But listen, I thank you for that, and I thank all the people. Paul Michelle says, Johnny, you're not an amateur. You're a professional. But I can't say I am because I did not go to a school and get a degree on broadcasting. Not that I would need it, but anyway, I just do it. But let us continue here on the Relic Countdown. We just heard number 507 by the Hurricanes, Little Girl of Mine on the King label. Let's go to number 506, this group called the Q's. Now, in August of 1955, they secured a contract with Capitol Records, and they put out 5 singles. This was their 5th and final single on the Capitol label. It comes in at number 506. Now, the group at this time included Edward Barnes, Jimmy Breedlove, Abel DaCosta, and Ollie Jones, and Robbie Kirk, a.k.a. Winfield Scott. That was the group. This one features Ollie Jones on lead, and this one from November of 1956 at number 506. Here are the Q's on the Capitol label. The song is called Prince or Pauper, the Q's.
I'm a prince or a pauper. I can change just like that. It depends upon whether you will love me or not. I'm a prince when you're near me. All the world is my throne. I'm a pauper without you, who is lost and alone. You can take me up higher, higher, higher than a star seems to be. You can let me down lower, lower, lower than the bottomless sea. Only you know the answer that my fate holds for me. Am I prince? Am I pauper? Which one will I be? Only you know the answer that my fate holds for me. Am I prince? Am I pauper? Which one will I be? Which one will I be?
There you go. Coming in at number 506 on the survey. Those are the Q's. Ollie Jones on lead. The Q's, their fifth release for the Capitol record label. I've never played that on the show before. I had the record in the collection for a long time. Prince or Pauper is the name of the tune. They would have one more release in 57 on the Capitol subsidiary Prep Records, which I think I have played. It might have been Joe Shacatano who has requested a lot of the ballads that we're featuring here. Joe is a big ballad guy, always has been, and is a longtime listener here to the Vinyl Treasures show. Let's go to entry number 505. 505 was an error, and George and Bruce didn't know at the time. They took it from the Kreider book, but it was a mistake. Probably, well, I wouldn't even say a transposition. They had 56. Really, they probably wanted to have 65 because this record, though originally released in May of 64, I'm not featuring it, but it's a great record, great two-sided. I guess we'll call it a kind of a soulish record. But somebody voted for it. They were known as the Trinells on the Chelton label called Come On and Tell Me. Is a great record, more on the soulish side. I think more for the flip side, though. But somebody voted for it. But again, Kreider had it wrong in the book. So we're going to skip over that one, and we're going to move to entry number 504. And many of you may know the lead singer of this group, or this group that would eventually what they would turn into, but they were from Newark, New Jersey. They would come the forerunners of the Four Seasons. Okay, they were originally called the Variations. That's what they were originally called, singing locally. They would, all types of music they did, country, western, pop, rockabilly, and Italian love songs. And they got together back in 1955. Now, the members of the group were Nick and Tommy DeVito, Hank Majewski, and Francis Castelluccio, a.k.a. Frankie Valli. Now, an RCA representative was in the audience on one of their shows that they did at one of the local venues in Newark and liked Frankie's falsetto voice and signed the group to RCA Records. They recorded 6 songs on their initial session, which was held on April 12th of 1956. And on April 20th, 1956, that just like 2 weeks later or a week later, RCA issued 2 singles by them at the same time. Their first was called You're the Apple of My Eye, which I think got the most airplay, and the second one comes in, though, at number 504. And it's a tune that was first done by Clyde McPhatter and the Drifters back in 1954 for the Atlantic label. But let's give a listen to this cover as done by the Four Lovers. It features Frankie Valli on lead, April 1956, number 504. These are the Four Lovers with their rendition of the tune Honey Love, number 504. Here we go.
Oh, I need it when the moon is bright. Need it when you hold me tight. Need it in the middle of the night. I'm gonna get me some honey love. Let me love. Let me love. Let me love. I need Johnny love. Yes, I want it when the lights are low. Want it just before I go. Want it cause I love you so. Have a little mercy, get some honey love. Let me love. Let me love. Let me love. I need Johnny love. Now throw your arms around me. Pretend that it's love dove. I squeeze. Ooh, that's a honey love. Yes, I want it in the morning sun. Want it when the day is done. Want it cause it's so much fun. I'm gonna get me some honey love. Let me love. Let me love. Let me love. I need Johnny love. gonna get closer, just like fingers in a glove. Now you kiss, 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 kiss. That's a honey love. Yes, I want it in the morning sun. Want it when the day is done. Want it 'cause it's so much fun. I'm gonna get me some honey love. Let me, let me, let me, let me love. Let me, let me, let me, let me love. Let me, let me, let me, let me love. I need your honey love. Get it. Let me, let me, let me, let me love. Let me, let me, let me, let me love. Let me, let me, let me, let me love. I need your honey love.
There you go, coming in at number 504 on the survey, the sound of Frankie Valli and the Four Lovers doing the Drifters tune Honey Love. That's on the RCA record label, April 56 release. Frankie Valli and the Four Lovers at number 504. Let's go to entry number 503 now. It's by Steve Gibson and the Red Caps. Now, after leaving RCA Records, the group would sign with ABC Paramount. They held their first recording session on April 3rd of 1956, where they recorded this tune, which was the group's first of 6 for ABC Paramount Records. Now, it features Demita Jo on lead. Her real name was Demita Jo DeBlanc, and she was originally from Austin, Texas. She would move to Los Angeles, California with her family, and was discovered by Steve Gibson. Now, she already had 2 releases on a label called Discovery Records, I think, back in 1950 or so, and also recorded for the Hollywood label. Now, she would become a featured singer with the Red Caps when they would perform, and eventually married Steve Gibson sometime in 1953. So here she is on lead here at number 503, released in May of 56. Steve Gibson and the Red Caps with Demita Jo on lead. This is on ABC Paramount. It's called Love Me Tenderly, number 503.
Please open up your heart and love me tenderly. Our love was meant to be. Love me tenderly. I've never been in love
you go. Coming in at number 503 on the survey. That is Demita Joe, along with Steve Gibson and the Red Caps on the ABC Paramount record label Love Me Tenderly, released in May of 1956. As we continue here on the RELIC Countdown, if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy what you're hearing. Johnny G presenting here. This is the second show of the week. We do the Soul Show on Wednesday evenings, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, also live on Oldies and More Radio. And again, I'll be back Saturday night, beginning at 9 p.m. with 1950s and early 60s 45s as requested by you. I play those records by year, okay? Not so much on the Soul Show, but we're doing the 1956 Relic Countdown on this Thursday afternoon. Beautiful weather here at this time. I like this weather. Maybe even a little bit cooler too. But anyway, let us continue here. And the Five Keys return here at number 502. We heard them earlier at number 531 with What Goes On. That was their sixth release for the Capitol record label. Their eighth release comes in at number 502. They recorded this one on April 25th of 1955. Now, Capitol released it in June of 56. Now, the group at this time included Rudy West, Marilyn Pierce, Raymond Loper, and Ripley Ingram. Now, this tune written and recorded first by Chuck Willis. He did it first on OK Records, or recorded it for the OK label, but it was never released, not until I think somebody put it out maybe on a CD. But here is the version as done by the Five Keys. It features Rudy West on lead from June of 56, number 502. Let's give a listen to the Five Keys on the Capitol label and their tune called Peace and Love, number 502. Here you go.
Father against son, brother against brother. The world is mad with one another. What's to become of the world? The Lord above, what's to become of the world? We must do right, we all must pray, then ask the Lord to show all have peace and love. What's to become of the world? Become of the world.
Yeah, what a great tune that is. I wonder who voted for that. Whoever did, they did a great. That is a great selection. that they did. That's Rudy West and the Five Keys on the Capitol record label. June 1956 release. Peace and Love is the name of the tune. We definitely need more of that. And that tune written by Chuck Willis, and one that Tony Barcia mentioned, it doesn't get played quite often, and that was a great selection. Whoever picked that. Great tune. Let us continue here on the countdown. Entry number 501. It's actually the debut single for this group from Brooklyn, New York. They signed with Joe Leibowitz's Premium Records, which was out of Linden, New Jersey. And the A-side of this was the local hit, a song called My Heart's Desire. But the B-side comes in at number 501 on the survey, written by group member Alan Bunn, who would later record as Tar Heel Slim. I have featured records by Tar Heel Slim and also Tar Heel with Little Ann featured here on the program. But here are the Wheels. This was their first of three for the Premium record label. For you collectors out there, I think this was a record that Wayne Sterling and Don Folletti got involved with to kind of re-release it in the early or maybe late 1950s, early 1960s. But the true first presses of this have like a big center dip in them. It's like a thick release, a thick vinyl. That is the true first. I wish this was in a little bit better shape, but it plays okay. Found it in the wild for 5 cents. What do you want? April 1956, coming in at number 501, a B-side by the Wheels on the Premium label. It's called Let's Have a Ball, number 501. Here you go.
I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I may never get a break like this in life no more. I got money in my pocket. I ain't begging for bread. Cadillac Eldorado, and it's gone to my head. Short time to live, long time to stay dead. I ain't doing no favors, I ain't asking for none. Long as I got money, I can pay for my fun. That's the way I want it, that's the way it must be done. I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. Hey, I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I may never get a break like this in life no more. I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I may never get a break like this in life no more. A certain little mama is gonna jump and shout when that Eldorado rolls up and I come walking out. I'm gonna tell her, little baby, you don't know what it's all about. I want no special woman, I want no special friend. I want a good time today, tomorrow maybe down again. Don't dial my number, I'll tell you when. I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I'm gonna ball like I never did ball before. I may never get a break like this in life no more.
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by the Wheels. Yes, the Wheels. On Joe Leibowitz's Premium Records out of Linden, New Jersey. That is Alan Bunn on lead for that side. And he wrote the tune, The Wheels, with Let's Have a Ball at number 501. Well, we are having a ball here on a Thursday afternoon. Thank you all for being here. Those of you in the chat room here, our Thursday afternoon get-together here. We're here till about 4 o'clock. We'll see. Try to keep it tight for today's show as we continue here. And entry number 500 now is the intended A-side of entry number 510 that we heard earlier on today's show by the Gaylarks. We played Little Dream Girl, their second of 6 for Ray Dobard's Music City record label. And this side co-written by the lead singer. His name is Ben Richards. And this is technically, I guess we'll call it a mistake in the Kreider book, because this should have been put in the 1955 survey. Was released in November of 1955. These are the Gaylarks coming in at number 500. 500 on the Music City label. It's called Romantic Memories. The Gaylarks, number 500.
Understand my driving heart. Say I love you. Then she whispers in my ear the cutest thing you'll ever hear. Fall, sun refuse shine. Darling, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Don't say goodbye. Don't say goodbye, baby. Don't say she whispers in my ear the cutest thing you'll ever hear. When raindrops fall, sun refuse shine.
Go. Coming in at number 500 on the survey, the intended A-side of the Gaylarks tune, we heard at number 510. We heard 510, their song Little Dream Girl, this side called Romantic Memories from November of 55. It should have been on the 55 survey. Kreider had it wrong. The Gaylarks there on Music City with Romantic Memories. You know, it's... you know, the funny thing about it is it takes years, okay? It took JohnnyG. Look, I'll be 67 on September 3rd, so I've been collecting since probably officially as, a senior in high school, would be back in 1976, you'd say? And I knew nothing about this music, okay? And really, to accumulate the records, even to because my goal at the time was to collect everything in the Kreider book. And the Kreider book, many of you know, was the Bible of the price guys. Marvin Pod has one. I think he's going to work on another one. He needs to kind of relook at how he has the setup there, because it's not that easy to follow. The Kreider book is really easy. But I started to collect everything in that book, and it took me years. I mean, look at how many years we're talking about. And thousands and thousands of dollars to have all these records on original. Again, if you were collecting, you'd have to buy. You couldn't buy them all in 1 year. The only way that would ever work would be if when Greg Surik passed away. Okay, he was one of my record peers. He was a year older than me, just dropped dead. His records became available. And if anybody wanted an instant collection, you'd have to be a millionaire, number one. You would be able to buy his entire collection, and you would have all these records because he had them all. He was similar to me, so we would talk a lot about collecting and the records. And when he knew that I was paying decent money for a lot of these 45s, he contacted me all the time, and I let him do the running around, because he went to Texas, he went to all the states to look for the records, because that's what he did. He would go and find these records, and then other people came into my circle because I was busy working. I never was able to go to the UGHA shows. I would have loved to do that. I was working till 10 o'clock at night doing accounting work, so it wasn't like I could leave and do it, and I was in New York, so it was difficult and to do that. But and I didn't have the time, so I would, when I had my chance, when I started making decent money, I started to buy a lot of these records, and I came into, and a lot of people in the collecting world, I would go to the record shows and buy records, and I ended up buying soul records also, collected labels, but it takes a long time to accumulate them. Anybody can go and play CDs of the records, but not everybody can play them all on original. And I try to get nice copies of everything here, so I hope the records are sounding good to you over this new studio here, which I think the records are sounding fantastic. The 78s are phenomenal when Bill Old was here. Bill Old will be here, by the way. I have to mention that. He will be my in-studio guest on September 18th. He will be here with his special. He's going to do another cool special. Bill Old will be here, returning to the as a guest collector on Thursday, September 18th. Mark your calendar, September 18th from 1 to 4 p.m. here on a Thursday afternoon. The program will be a special rhythm and blues, vocal groups, and single artists from single artist songs from original studio recording sessions previously unissued. So you never heard any of these records. They may be songs you are familiar with in some obscurities, but never heard. So hopefully the AI will be confused, the artificial intelligence that kind of picks on Johnny G. But he will be here, so mark your calendars. Also in November, I will have special guest collector Karen Efron will be here with one of her girl group specials here. She will be here in the studio. So looking forward to Karen being here to the Vinyl Treasure Show for the first time, Karen, as we continue here on Vinyl Treasures, and we go to entry number 499. We stay out on the West Coast with this song here, entry number 500 through entry number 490, all received 4 points, as this group hails from the Watts and Compton areas of Los Angeles, California. They auditioned for Dootsy Williams. He owned the Dutone record label. He would sign them on the spot. He liked the way they sounded. He said, "I'm signing you on the spot." And he heard from a lead singer of the group. We heard from the lead singer of the group at number 540 with his group called, I think, The Phantoms. That was one of the records I couldn't find that delayed this show. But we heard him at number 540 with the Old Willow Tree on the specialty label. But here he is with his original group, okay, that included Edward Carter, Billy Foster, Jimmy Green, and, of course, the lead singer, Vernon Green. And collectively, they were known as the Medallions. They were named because the Medallions because of Vernon's penchant for jewelry around his neck. So evidently, he would wear those big medallions on a chain around his neck. Now, this was the group's 7th release for the Dutone record label, written by label owner Dootsie Williams and the lead singer on this, Vernon Green. This one released in October of 1956, coming in at number 499. Vernon Green and the Medallions with Did You Have Fun, number 499. Here you go.
Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe yes.
Did you have fun being untrue? Did you have fun in making me feel blue? Maybe yes, oh and maybe.
Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe yes.
Did you have fun in making me cry? Did you have fun? My, maybe yes, oh and maybe.
Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe yes.
All the happiness and love I had for you is all ran down the drain. I loved you, thought you loved me too, but I found out it was just another game. Did you have fun in telling me lies? Did you ever think that I was bound to get wise? Maybe yes, oh and maybe.
Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe yes.
That's entry 499 on the survey. The sound of Vernon Green and the Medallions there. October 1956 release on Dootsie Williams' Dutone record label. Do You Have Fun? Is that what it says? Yeah, do you have fun? We always have fun here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Hopefully you are having fun. If you are having fun, give Johnny G a thumbs up on the YouTube page. And this entry, I'm telling you, I could not find entry number 498, nor did I know anything about it. And I don't know if anybody does. Okay, entry number 498 is a mystery to Johnny G. It's on the Vic label, okay, and they even have 2 records. I didn't check if I have the one on Rainbow, but they have one on Rainbow and one on Vic, both issued in 1956. They are called Boys Next Door. So I'm looking for this record on like Discogs because I'll buy a copy. And I asked Fred Bond if he had it. His package came today. I had to buy 4 reproductions of ones I didn't have because I didn't have the originals. Nobody knew the record. But one person had this as their 16th pick. So I don't know the song. It came out in May of 56. Boys Next Door, You Talk Too Much. So I can't tell you anything about it. If anybody knows anything about it, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That's also, if you want to make a request, you can't make a request on this show. You can make a request for my soul show, which are Wednesdays, and my show on Saturday evenings. It's got to fit the format of my program, so you can't ask for, like Frank Ifield, I Remember You, although I like that record. But you can't request that. But email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And I have to stay away from big hits, although when we get further on in this survey, in the top 10, there are, and listen, They're great songs, but I try to focus on songs that you don't hear often, you know, on terrestrial radio. Not that terrestrial radio plays these records. You can hear it on other oldie shows. There's lots of shows on the internet that play more of the well-known 50s top 40, top 20 tunes. But I try to keep it in the collector vein, but it's nice to hear classics from time to time. So that's how I do it. But I just can't play constant classics because they will shut me down in a minute. So if you think of a request, unless it's really a favorite song of yours, you want to send out, and I do dedications many times. I get dedications on the songs. I will do that too. But we try to stay with some of the more unknown records, but a lot of the collectors do know these tunes. So let us continue as this group. You should know this group because I played them earlier. Entry number 498. I'm sorry, entry number 497. We heard from Grady Chapman and the Robins earlier in the show at number 509 with Cherry Lips. They return with the follow-up to that song. This was their second release, not of two, of seven, I think, on Gene Norman's Whip It label. Now, this song came out earlier in 1956 as first done by Denise Lore. She did it on the Liberty label, which I think I have. Keely Smith also had a version of this out at the same time on the Capitol label. But let's give a listen to this version coming in at number 497 on the survey. Again, with Grady Chapman on lead. June 56, the Robins on Whip It, and their rendition of the tune, Hurt Me. The Robins. Here you go. A great sound there for Grady Chapman. Grady Chapman and the Robins, that's their follow-up to Cherry Lips on the Whip It record label, coming in at number 497 on the survey, released in June of 56. I like that record. I do. They got some other great records on the Whip It label. Hurt Me is the name of the tune. Johnny G continuing here with the 1956 RELIC Survey. And those of you finding out about this program, please tell your friends about it. We do this show live every Thursday afternoon from 1 to 4 p.m. I don't think I'll be on. I will be off on the September 11th. I will not be doing a show that September 11th, and then Bill Obe will be in the following Thursday with his special. So let us continue here. And we heard from Cornell Gunther and the Ermines at number 453 with Keep Me Alive. That was on the Loma record label. But in March of 1956, they would sign with Buck Ram. Now, he was the manager of the Platters. Now, due in part with Cornell making appearances with the Platters, Ram would get them a contract with ABC Paramount Records, and for which they never recorded, because they just recorded for Buck Ram. And ABC would purchase 4 masters, okay, that Ram produced, and they were able to use the name The Flares. Now, probably because the deal that Buck Ram made with the Bahari brothers, who own the rights to that name. So I guess he allowed him to use the name The Flares, and it comes in at number 596. I think originally this record came out as The Flares, and then it came out as Cornell Gunther and The Flares, and that's how my copy is. This is from April of 1956. Cornell Gunther and The Flares, number 496 on the survey. It's called She Loves to Rock, number 496, The Flares. Here you go.
She loves the rock. Little lady, she loves the rock. Little low, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. Well, she loves to keep it. Little lady, she never miss. Little low, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. Well, she gets going, where it's blowing, and the rhythm's blowing. Well, everybody, boy, get it, boy. Hey, don't stop. She loves the rock. Little low, she never stops. Little lady, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. She loves the rock. Little low, she never stops. Little low, she never rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. Well, she loves to kick it. Little lady, she never miss. Little low, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. Well, she gets going, where it's blowing, and the rhythm's blowing. Well, everybody, boy, get it, boy. Hey, don't stop. She loves the rock. Little low, she never stops. Little lady, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. Well, she loves the rock around the clock tonight. Hey, she loves the rock. Little low, she never stops. Little lady, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. Well, she loves to kick it. Little lady, she never miss. Little low, she loves the rock. To rock around the clock and then some more. She loves the rock around the clock tonight. Hey!
Yeah, that one there by Cornell Gunther and the Flares, coming in at number 496 on the survey, released in April of 1956. And a song entitled She Loves to Rock, that one there on the ABC Paramount record label. I'm sure they will return later on in the survey. Let us continue here. Entry number 495 now is by this girl group, and they're called the Carols. Now, they're not to be confused with a male group out of Detroit that recorded for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label, also as the Carols. This is a female group. I couldn't find any info on this, but I'm guessing they're out of L.A. Now, this is on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Lamp Records. They had the Aladdin label, so they had this Lamp label, I think for new talent, not only for here on the or for the West Coast, but also for the East Coast. Okay, and this was a subsidiary of Aladdin. They recorded this at Radio Recorders Studio in downtown L.A. The tune written by Marcus Bevins, entry number 495. I upgraded this. I said I got to get Greg's copy of this. It was on the cheap too. I upgraded my copy. December 1956, coming in at number 495. The Carols on the Lamp record label. It's called My Search Is Over, number 495. Here you go.
My search is over. I found my thrill at last. Won't have to worry about the past. My life is now full of happiness, all because of you. My search is over. I found my thrill. My troubles are no more. My worries are at an end. When you walked into my heart, my life began. You were my every dream come true. I'm so in love with you. My search is over. I found my thrill. I feel so good now. I wonder no more. I'm satisfied. You are in my arms. As long as I have you, my life will be complete. My search is over. I found my thrill. My search is over. I found my thrill at last.
There you go. Girl group sounds here on the Relic Countdown. That one there, number 495 on the survey. They're called the Carols, okay? You know, they couldn't find any information on them. The Carols, that was released in December of 1956. Just made it for this survey. My Search Is Over is the name of the tune. That's on the Lamp record label. Well, your search is over for the vocal group Harmony. This is the place to be on Thursday afternoon. So thank you all for being here. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It is better for me, and also for comments on my YouTube wall. That is good, because that gets me that expands the algorithm. I don't know what they do with these algorithms to get the show broadcast out. It may show up. I try to ask all the new listeners, any listener that emails Johnny G at Vinyltreasures, that you're new. I would like to know how you found out about the show. It's important to me how that happens here. Lots of times YouTube has suggestions, and they'll put it as you're looking at a video, it'll come up to the side. You'll say, what is this thing? Somebody holding a record up, or what is this guy doing? And it kind of catches your eye. They have all these gimmicks to try to get people, they call it clickbait, to kind of lure people into the program. And sometimes I see it and they were telling us how to expand the audience by looking at different videos and whatnot. So I think they try to match the, I don't know, kind of like if you like certain types of music or whatnot, even for the, not that I want ads. They say, we want to show an ad on your show right in the middle here. I said, no way. You're not when you shut me down. I'm not letting you put an advertisement on my program here. No way. I said, that ain't happening. So I stopped that. But I'm not here for the money, believe me. It's here for the promotion of the music and our enjoyment of the music. Let us continue here on the countdown. As we stay out on the West Coast for entry number 494, this quartet formed at Manual Arts High School in Los Angeles, California. Now, the group included Donald Miller. He was tenor, Homer Green tenor, Charles Everidge second tenor, Harold Murray baritone, and James Warren bass. They had a session at the Master Recording Studio and for a new label at the time called Empire Records. It was owned by George Mottola, Emil Bailey, and Jack Hoffman. Now, they recorded 4 songs that day with pianist Ernie Freeman and his combo. They were providing the instrumentation, but they didn't have a name. They're like, well, what are we going to call you? So what Mottola decided to do was release 2 singles at the same time and under different names, and feature different lead singers on those singles. Okay, so that's what he did. So he issued Empire number 103 and called the group the Preludes, and Empire 104 he called the group the Youngsters. Now, Donald Miller did lead on both sides of the Preludes release, and Charles Everidge did lead on both sides of the Youngsters release, which was Empire 104. Now, the Preludes comes in at number 494 on the survey, and we'll call this their group's debut single because it was really their first. And it features Donald Miller on lead. So let's go to April of 1956, coming in at number 594. The Preludes on the Empire record label. It's called I Want Your Arms Around Me, parentheses, All the Time. The Preludes, number 494.
I want your arm around me all the time. I need your arm around me all the time. I know your heart and mine can get along just fine. I want you around me all the time. I want your lips on mine all the time. I need your lips on mine all the time. Oh, baby, you can do what no one else can do. I want you around me all the time. Can't walk, can't even talk, can't live without you no more. Can't eat, can't even sleep. You're all that I'm living for. Got the ring that fits your finger right. I wanna take you home with me tonight. Just say the words I do, then baby I'm with you. I want you around me all the time. Can't walk, can't even talk, can't live without you no more. Can't eat, can't even sleep. You're all that I'm living for. Got the ring that fits your face. I wanna take you home with me tonight. Just say the word, I do. Then, baby, I'm with you. I want you around me all the time. I want you around me all the time. I want you around me all the time. I want you.
April 1956, released there by the Preludes, coming in at number 494. Kind of an interesting vote. I don't know if I would put that. And listen, who am I to judge? I'm not the judge. Preludes there. I Want Your Arms Around Me, parentheses, all the time. That's on the Empire record label. I'm sure the flip side will come in later on the survey. And that is with Donald Miller. Donald Miller on lead with the Preludes. They also recorded, I think, they also recorded as the Tempters on Empire Records, and as them featuring him on HEG. I do have those records in the collection. Let us continue here. And the next four songs that I'll be featuring all received 2 mentions. So they were on 2 ballots, which is interesting, I have to say, totaling 5 points each. And the first one comes in at number 493 on the survey. It's the only release for this group from Brooklyn, New York. And they recorded for Jerry Winston's Onyx record label. The group included David Ramsey, Merlin Jenkins, Sidney Thompson, and lead singer on this, his name is Robert Walker. His real name was Robert Walker Wiggins. And this is the intended B-side that comes in at number 493. Not an easy record to find, one of the harder ones, not the hardest to find on the Onyx record label, October 1956. Let's give a listen to the Cordells. The Cordells on Onyx Records. This is the up-tempo side. It's called Here's a Heart for You. The Cordells, number 493.
Here's a heart for you, and the love that's true. Darling, you're the one I'm always dreaming of. Darling, could it be you were meant for me? Everybody knows it's you I love.
Darling, you're my love and everything. You're the happiness that love brings. May our love be forever true. And I love just you.
Here's a heart for you, and the love that's true. Darling, you're the one I'm always dreaming of.
Darling, you're my love and everything. You're the happiness that love brings. May our love be forever true. And baby, I'll love just you.
Here's a heart for you, and the love that's true. Darling, you're the one I'm always dreaming of.
Yeah, those are the Cordells. Cordells from October 1956, coming in at number 493. I like that record. And it's a little bit grainy. All the presses of that 45 are grainy, unfortunately. And that is with Robert Walker on lead on Jerry Winston's Onyx Records. Here's A Heart for You. That record, not easy to find. Greg Surik sold me that copy many, many years ago. And it's just hard to find. Don't ask me why some of those Onyx records are difficult. Bohemian Daddy, which I think is on this survey. I have that on original. And I don't think Romeo was 57, I think, by the Velours. But anyway, let us continue here on a Thursday afternoon. Thank you all for being here as we continue here. Now, this next group, they're from Penn Township originally, but I think Penn Township is now Penn Hills, I think. But a suburb of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It comes in at number 492 on the survey. This quintet began singing on the street corners, and the group included Leon Daniels, lead tenor, Danny Jackson, first tenor, Leroy Taylor, second tenor, and Joey Daniels, Leon's uncle, baritone, and the bass for the group, Bernard Palmer. Now, collectively, they were known as the Elvinos, and in the spring of 1956, they had their chance to be on the Wilkins Amateur Hour. Anybody ever see the Wilkins Amateur Hour? It was a TV show on, I think it was, is it WDTV, was Channel 2 in the Pittsburgh area, I guess. And the audience would vote to pick a winner of whatever, a talent contest sort of. And they decided to perform the Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers tune, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? But none of the members of the group sounded like Frankie. They were just too low. So they asked a group member, Danny Jackson, if his sister, her name was Anna Mae Jackson, she was a natural soprano, if she would join the group. And she did. And the group met up with the disc jockey Bill Powell. He was from WILY, and he introduced them to Bob Rolonetz. I think that's how you pronounce it. He was the A&R man at the time for Groove Records, and they signed them to a one-year contract. Groove Records, a subsidiary of RCA. And this was the group's debut single, coming in at number 492, released in September of 56. It features Leon Daniels and Anna Mae Jackson, dual leads here. Here are the Elvinos, number 492 on the Groove label. It's called Now We're Together, number 492.
Dum-ba-da-da-ba-ba-dee.
I love you. Oh, oh, yes, I do. Oh, oh, my heart.
Jum-ba-da-da-ba-ba-dee.
Now we're together, now we have a start. I feel so good now that we're not apart. Glad that we're married, glad that we're together.
Once I had down on your desire, but since you came, you set my soul afire. Glad that we're married, glad that we're together.
I'll hold you in my arms with all your many charms. Your lips will be tender. That moment I'll ever remember.
Love is just what I feel. When I'm with you, I have to feel. Glad that we're married, glad that we're together. I'll hold you in my arms with all your many charms. Your lips will be tender.
That moment I'll ever remember. Oh, all I know is just what I feel. When I'm with you, I have such a chill. Glad that we're married, glad that we're together.
I love you. Oh, oh,
There you go with the with the sound of the Elvinos. Those are the Elvinos on the Groove record label. That is Leon Daniels and Anna Mae Jackson. I think they eventually wed, possibly. I don't know. Elvinos there. Now We're Together, coming in at number 492. That had two mentions on that, which is interesting. And for you collectors out there, the true first press of that is the small print for some reason. Don't ask me why. That is the case, but that also comes with a much larger print too. On the maybe it could be just a pressing plant, a variation too, because RCA had a number of pressing plants that would press up these records. But anyway, we are here on a Thursday afternoon. No, we're not going to get to number one. We're only on record number 491 now. So between the, I'm going to do a 78 specials also. We're not going to get away from that, but we'll fill in the rest of the time between the guest spots here on the program, and maybe more people to come here to the program, and we'll continue with this. So it's probably going to go through January sometime, so it's easier for Johnny G to prepare for the show as long as I can find the records. So if I know in advance what I might have to pull. So when I'm looking for the Saturday requests, I'll pull the other ones out and I'll put them in a box. I have a box set up here, and I have to leave them because the flip sides will be coming up on a lot of these records because I am putting them in as I go through the list. But anyway, let us continue here, and we go back out to California now with entry number 491. This group created by Ed Wells, and Ed Wells, who sometimes sang baritone with the group, and I think he was their piano player, if I'm not mistaken. Other members of the group were Kenneth Sinclair. He was first tenor. Darrell Lewis, the bass. Beverly Peacock she was the soprano. Louise Williams, alto. And Louise's younger sister, 12-year-old Trudy Williams. And she was a preteen, though. She was the only one that was not a teen at the time, but they were called the 16s. And Ed Wells wrote all their songs, and the group had set up a contract, or I should say Ed Wells set up a contract. He knew Max Feartag. He was the owner of Flip Records. Now, the group's debut single, a song called A Casual Look, would be their biggest hit, but this was their third release. This was their third of 11. Comes in at number 491 on the survey. It features Trudy Williams on lead. Now, the male voice that you'll hear that comes in is that of Darrell Lewis. He is the male voice. This is from December of 1956. Let's give a listen to the 16s at number 491 on the Flip label. The song is called Only Jim, the 16. Do that, Johnny. Don't mess it up.
We stood on the pier and cried in each other's arms. I kissed you once, then again as a good luck charm. You said that now you
Georgie.
Only Jim. Only Jim.
Yeah, the sound of the 16s on Max Fire Tag. Is that how you say it? Did I say it right, Don? Fire Tag, Johnny. And pronounced, I called him Gunther. It's not Gunther. Johnny G, I'm telling you, sometimes I tell you I make mistakes here. I'm trying to read things so fast and whatnot when I write these things. And I'm looking at this. Sometimes I'm like forgetting stuff, so it's easy to do. I'm trying to do the write-ups and whatnot again, so I do welcome corrections there telling me. I think I told you, I mentioned the other day, I said it right the first time for the requester, and then because I played Ronnie Sherman's prior, I said Ronnie's. And then I did the same thing. I called, whoever heard of a group called the Titanics? I called the Thorables the Titanics, but that was like 2 a.m. in the morning. But anyway, when I did get a good sleep last night, so when I get my sleep, I'm a little bit more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but sometimes I am not. But listen, I'm supposed to go for my stress test. I haven't done that yet because I have to go buy new sneakers. I have to buy like New Balance sneakers, and I have a gift certificate from Barbara to go get those, but I keep on putting it off. That's because my feet, they swell up, you know, and that is because when you start getting older, you start getting into problems. Getting old is not fun, folks, but there you go. Number 491, the 16s there, Trudy Williams on lead, December 1956 release on the Flip record label, Only Jim is the name of the tune. Let us continue here on the countdown. Entry number 490, and the last in this section to receive 2 mentions. The singer, originally from Atlanta, Georgia, would relocate to New York, and he was a singer-songwriter, teamed up with Otis Blackwell to write Fever as one of the examples for Little Willie John. He would sign with Jack Hook's Royal Roost label in 1956, and his debut single comes in at number 490, and it's a song he wrote, and this charted, I think, on the pop charts, if I'm not mistaken, and he's with his group, The Dimples. This is his first of 3 for Royal Roost from September 56. Eddie Cooley and The Dimples coming in at number 490, song entitled Priscilla, number 490. Here you go.
Ooh, Priscilla, at last I found you. Come, let me put my arms around you. Ooh, Priscilla, you sweet, sweet thing. Please wear my ring on your finger. Ooh, Priscilla, hey, hey, Priscilla. Hey, little girl, you know you've got my poor happy heart. Ooh, Priscilla. Well, I hope you know just what you have started. You came near me and rolled those eyes. You knew they'd get me by and by. In the morning and nighttime too, I can't seem to get my mind off you. Ooh, Priscilla, hey, hey, Priscilla. Hey, little girl, you know you've got my poor happy heart. Ooh, Priscilla, hey, hey, Priscilla.
Well, I hope you know just what you have started. Ooh, Priscilla, sweet Priscilla, fine Priscilla, Priscilla, ooh, Priscilla, oh, Priscilla.
Hits here on the RELIC Survey. I guess we'll call that hits. Now, you know, there were, and again, I think originally what the outlook that George had with this was to have collectors vote on this, the collectors that were tuned in to the R&B Review and other shows that were around the radio dial at the time, and a lot of them didn't know a lot of these records, so it was, you know, it was hard for them to, you're seeing, I mean, if you look at that list that was set out to select from, you're not going to know half the groups on there. And I mean, if you can't hear the songs or you don't know the songs, how can you really vote on it? So only those that may have known some of those obscure tunes would vote for these records here. And a lot of people, maybe they knew that song, so they would vote for it. But again, it was only 2 people that voted for that tune there. I don't know if I would make that in my top 20, but listen, hey, different strokes for different folks. But there you go, number 490, September 56, Eddie Cooley and the Dimples on the Royal Roost label with Priscilla is the name of the tune. And let's go back out to California for number 489. This received 1 vote for 6 points at the number 15th slot. That got you 6 points. And we heard from this group at number 548 on the survey with their release on Leon Renee's Class label as the Pharaohs. Now, they would then sign with Flip Records. This was their first release on the Flip label, comes in at number 489. This tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Richard Berry. It's his first of 5. This is Richard Berry and the Pharaohs from November 56 on Flip Records. It's called No Kissin'. Is it A? Let me see. Charlene, I messed it up. Yeah. No kissin'. Yeah. No kissin' and a huggin', because I had the wrong side here. No kissin' and a huggin'. Number 489, Richard Berry and the Pharaohs. Here you go. Hold on. Because I didn't line it up right.
Just love you, true love, baby, baby, I adore you. I'm just crazy, crazy for you. Gee, my darling, I just love you, true love. All I ever wanted was to hold you, kiss you, squeeze you. Now I have you, darling, and that you love me, that you place no one above me. Gee, my darling, I just love you, true love. All I ever wanted was to hold you, kiss you, squeeze you. Now I have you, darling, and our life is so complete. Tell me that you love me, that you place no one above me. Gee, my darling, I just love you, true love. I don't want no kissing and a hug. I don't want no turtle dove. All I want from you, my darling,
you go with entry number 489. I like that record, I do, by Richard Berry and the Pharaohs. A November 1956 release on the Flip label. No Kissin' and a Huggin' is the name of the tune. That was their first of 8 on Flip Records. And look at the print style when I show you this print, because that is the way the true first presses of the early Flips should look. Same thing with a casual look. Should be kind of like a bold lettering. The thin letters are later on for Flip releases. But anyway, I like that record. Let us continue here. Entry 488 is a rare 45. So this, whoever voted for this one, I would bet was a top collector. This is on Ulysses Smith's Dynamic label out of New York City. Now, the group is out of Brooklyn. Now, the song initially released on Dynamic 107 as the Brooklyn Boys, but then was again released on Dynamic 108 as the Voltones. So I don't know what was the deal with changing the group's name, but maybe I don't know what happened. And this song came out on different labels too, but it has a different flip though than the other. So maybe it was the other side that they pushed. I don't know, but this is the common side to both those releases, and it comes in at number 488, written by Maurice Feltz and Shadrach Royful, who I say were probably members of the group. But I have the release here by the Voltones, VOL-TONES, from 1956, coming in at 488. The Voltones on Dynamics. It's called If She Should Call, number 488. Go. That is listen, that's got to be a collector's corner record. That is at a Zurich's collection, and I bought that. That was on the first day that he was there. I bought that out of Greg's collection. I didn't have that record, but there you go, number 488, the Voltones there on the Dynamic label, If She Should Call. Now, I was questioning the disco file had 1956, but I was able to find the publishing on this record, okay? It was released one more time in 1956. I guess it would qualify because it did come out in 56 on the Ferris label as the Brooklyn Boys 2. Now, the confusing thing, the date, and I only say that because the song was published in April of 1955. Now, sometimes they publish records at different times after they're released, usually after they're released, but not quite before they're released, I think. But anyway, so why would they publish this in April 55 but release it in 56? That kind of logically does not make sense to me, but listen, sometimes what does logic mean? But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, beginning with this entry and the next 9, they all received 6 points. 1 vote for 6 points. So there was really an experienced collector that probably owned that record and voted for it. So whoever that was knows his stuff, I have to say. I am impressed. Those are the Voltones at number 488. If She Should Call. Barbara will call today. That's on Dynamic. Let us continue here. And we got a great group out of Washington, D.C. They returned to the survey at number 487. We heard them earlier at number 513. Actually, you heard them earlier today with the tune called Baby, Baby, Oh Darling, their 18th release for the Atlantic label. Well, their 17th release comes in at number 487, written by Faye Whitman, Howard Greenfield, and Neil Sedaka. They penned this tune. It features John Buddy Bailey on lead, released in August of 1956. Here are the Clovers on the Atlantic label, number 487. It's called Bring Me Love, 487. The Clovers. Here you go.
Do 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 do.
There's such a waste of moonlight since you walked out the door. Please come back. Won't you please come back? Bring me love, all your love once more. I never meant to hurt you. Now pride keeps us apart. You must know that I need you so. Bring me love, all your love, sweetheart. Can't you see how I want you? Can't you see how I care? Oh please, come back to me. Need your kiss, need your touch, need you so much. I can't go on without you. I miss you from the start. How I pray that someday you'll say, bring me love, all your love, sweetheart. Can't you see how I want you? Can't you see how I care? Oh please, come back to me. Need your kiss, need your touch, need you so much. I can't go on without you. I miss you from the start. How I pray
your love, sweetheart.
Yeah, the Clovers out of Washington, D.C., they come in at number 487 on the survey there. Bring Me Love is the name of the tune. That's John Buddy Bailey on lead, August 56 release on the Atlantic label. Bring Me Love is the name of that tune. As we're starting to wind down here on the program, we'll go till the top of the hour with the countdown as Jimmy Jones and the Pretenders come in at number 486 on the survey. Jimmy, originally from Birmingham, Alabama, he was a member of the Sparks of Rhythm, okay, and recorded for the Apollo label. Now, after their breakup, he formed a new group. They were known as the Savoys, recording for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy label. Now, the group would run into a record mogul, I call him a record mogul, George Goldner, who was impressed with the group and paid off Lubinsky so he could sign the group to his Rama record label. And I guess Lubinsky agreed. And except they couldn't use Savoys. He said, you can't use the name. It's my label's name, so you can't use the name. You got to come up with something else. So they changed the name to the Pretenders, and the group at this time included a lead singer, Jimmy Jones, second tenor, Robert Moore, baritone, Melvin Walton, and the bass, William Red Walker. And they held their first session on May 2nd of 1956, and they recorded both sides of their first release on the Rama record label. And one side was called I've Gotta Have You Baby, and the second side comes in at number 486 on the survey. This tune written by Sonny Gale and Horace Lindsay. This is with Jimmy Wright and the orchestra, May 1956. My copy says Pretenders. I think other copies say either Pretenders featuring Jimmy Jones or Jimmy Jones and the Pretenders. I think I saw that on 45 Cat, but mine says the Pretenders, number 486 on the Rama label. It's called A Possessive Love. The Pretenders, number 486. Here you go.
Possessive love, bring misery and pain. It tied your heart to a ball and chain. Oh, possessive love is
Yeah, those are the Pretenders. The Pretenders coming in at number 485, 486 on the survey, May 1956 release. And that's Jimmy Jones on lead for that one on the Rama record label. Possessive Love is the name of the tune. Some of these Ramas are grainy. Okay, that one plays pretty nice, but some of them around this number are kind of grainy presses. But anyway, there you go. Cool tune. Let us continue here. I'm going to go with the two more records before we sign off here for a Thursday afternoon. Let's go back out to Los Angeles, California now for this next group. Coming in at number 485. First recording for the Bahari Brothers Modern label back in 1949. Now, that same year, they had releases on MGM, Crystal, and the Colonial labels. But in 1953, they would sign with Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records for a couple more in 53 and 54. Then in 56, they signed with John Dolphin's Money label and for one release, and that's the one that made it here on the survey. Now, the group at this time included James Bradley, Norman Brooks, John C. Dix, Eddie Jones Sr., and Louis E. Young. Collectively, they were known as the Ebonairs. And their record comes in at number 485, August 1956, at number 485, the Ebonairs on Money. It's called, in parentheses, I wish you the very best luck in the world. The Ebonairs, number 485 on the RELIC Survey. Here you go.
I wish you the very best luck in the world. May everything you dream about come true. I wish you the best for the rest of your life. May every day be wonderful for you.
I hope that you'll be happy, so happy through the years. For I'll be right beside you to bring you joy, but never tears.
I wish you the very best luck in the world, and every wish I make will be a wish for you and me. I hope that you'll be happy, so happy through the years, for I'll be right beside you.
To bring you joy, but never tears.
I wish you the very best luck in the world, and every wish I make will be a wish for you and me.
I have to that is an interesting selection, I have to say, to make it to the survey. But anyway, there you go, number 485 from August 56 on the Money record label, John Dolphin's Money record label. I wish you, that's in parentheses, the very best luck in the world. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show for this Thursday afternoon. Thank you all for tuning into the program as we will continue with this countdown. And who asked the question in the chat room? Dirk, are you asking what the records were played on as far as physically played on, or what these records were what played on as far as a show. They weren't played on a show. These records are part of a survey that the Relic Record Shop put together. George Lavatelli and accumulated by Bruce Grossberg. They sent out ballots. The record store sent out ballots to a number of collectors. And you could request a ballot, mostly those that were listening to a WFUV on Fordham University. So there were lots of people that would write into that show and listen to the program. And if you were a collector of this music, you voted on records that were issued. They did one for every year beginning in 1953, and that was back in 1993. So they continued it through 1959. And more people ended up getting into the mix, so a lot of more hits were being, I think, selected, and maybe some of the people that were involved were not happy about that, because we really wanted it to be a collector's kind of, a collaboration of their favorite records, not more of the common hits, although lots of the hits, and we'll call it more like classics, we'll call it, because as we get further into the surveys, but right in the middle are some great records, and they didn't get played on the program, and they didn't because, the R&B Review didn't give all that time to Relic to play them there. So and plus, not everybody had all the records. There were a lot of collectors that had a lot of these records in their collection. Maybe not all of them, but I decided, because I have 98% of them, I figured that I can play the records here on the program. There's really only two, I think, that I just can't play because I don't even know what they are. But anyway, and the other ones I play will be on reproductions. Got those in the mail today. But we're doing that countdown. We started off at number 552. This is part 2 of the program. Part 3 will be next Thursday. I will not be back. I will not be on the 11th. Okay, but I will be back with a guest spot, so you won't hear it for 2 weeks. Gives me some time to prepare. Bill Obe will be my in-studio guest on September 18th with his spinning of the unissued songs from the 1950s that many of you have not heard before. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the program. Again, if you have a request you'd like to hear on my Saturday night show, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If you like soul music, you can email me with your soul request for the Wednesday night show. They both start at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight, and they're here on YouTube live and also live on Oldies and More Radio. This show is just here on YouTube again. So thank you all for tuning in. We're going to close the show this evening, and this is my worst condition record of the day. And I got to just get a better copy of this. I think this was Joel Scherzer's copy, if I'm not mistaken. As we stay out in Los Angeles, California, our closer today, number 484. This group returns to the survey. You first heard them back at entry number 541 with the song called Will You Be Mine on the Mercury record label, as done by the Penguins, which should have been included in the 1957 survey. So, but this one is a true release from 1956. This is their 6th release, 6 of 7 for the Mercury label. The song written by Jessie Mae Robinson, who also wrote Let's Have a Party for Elvis Presley and Wanda Jackson. This one coming in at 484. Our closer for this afternoon is by the Penguins. It features Dexter Tisby on lead from August 56. The closer, number 484, the Penguins on Mercury. The song is called Ice, I-C-E. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you all for being here. I hope to see some of you on Saturday evening right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. The Penguins, Ice. Here we go.
I went to see a little girl the other night. I only saw her twice. I put my arms around her waist and squares her tight. She started melting like a piece of ice. I really didn't mean to make her use her hair. Her mother raised an eye. But when I tried tried to leave, my feet were just like lead, and she was melting like a piece of ice. Knew just what I had to do, so I ran home and packed. I was in a hurry, but I told her not to worry, that I would be right back. But when I went to ask her father for a hand, I got a big surprise. I caught her with my arms around another man, and she was melting like a piece of ice. Yeah, blow Sam! Get it, get it, get it. I went to see a little girl the other night. I only saw her twice. I put my arms around her waist and squeezed her tight. She started melting like a piece of ice. I really didn't mean to make her lose her head. Her mother raised her nice. But when I tried to leave, my feet were just like lead, and she was melting like a piece of ice. Knew just what I had to do, so I ran home and packed. I was in a hurry, but I told her not to worry, that I would be right back. But when I went to ask her father for a hand, I got a big surprise. I caught her with my arms around her